Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So in our previous video, we have successfully installed Python software in our laptop. Now this time we have to see how we can execute our Python code in Windows laptop or either MacBook laptop or Linux laptop. If you remember in my first video, I have told you that we can execute our code in three ways. What are those three ways? Actually, these parameters categorized by programmers. Basically, the programmers who is working in industry, they have decided to categorize these parameters. Let's say we have beginners, intermediate or professional programmers. So how beginner can handle the programming language? How intermediate experienced engineers can handle the programming language? And professionals have their own strategy to handle the programming. So there are three ways to execute Python code in any operating system. The first one is interactive mode, the second one is script mode, and the third one is IED method. So what is interactive mode? And when to use interactive mode? Basically when you want to test your program line by line and you want to see the data of each line one by one. So let me go to the desktop and we'll see how it looks like. Okay, to get into interactive mode, you just go to the terminal or you can open a command prompt. So I'm going into the command prompt. This is my command prompt. Now you can type Python 3 and just enter it. So you can see I'm successfully landed in Python 3 programming mode. So this specific mode is called interactive mode because here we are not going to execute the bunch of the lines in one shot. We are going to execute Python program line by line. So what I'm trying to say, if I say A is equal to 10, B is equal to 20, and if I want to see the value of A, I can go simply print A, and you can see that it give me an output 10 because the value 10 was assigned to alphabet A. And if I go and check the value for B, it gives me the output 20. Let's say I'm going to change the value of A. So if I go and type the same things, but this time I'm going to change the value. So this time value for A is 40. And if I go and check the value for A, so it will print 40. It has overwritten the value for A. So this specific method is called interactive mode, where you are going to execute the command line by line and you can validate whether the command which you have executed is absolutely compliance for Python programming. Now the next one is script mode. Remember that interpreter prompt is good to run individual statement of code. However, we cannot write the code every time on terminal. Let's say you want to write 100 lines of code and it's very difficult to execute each command line by line on interactive mode. Reason is you may miss something, you may lose something, and sometimes you may get a weird output. The best option is you can use the script mode. In script mode, you can create a file, any text file. Under that, you can write your own code. So how we can do this? So basically, let me create a file. So let me write some code, or I can use the same code here. A is equal to 50, and B is equal to 70, and C is equal to A plus B, and I can go and print the value for C. What I need to do is I can just save it. You can save anywhere. I'll go and save it on desktop, and the file name should be test.py. So when I say text file, it doesn't mean that you are going to use txt format. You just give the Python readable extension. So Python has an extension .py, And when you use the extension value .py, it means it's a Python written code inside this file, and Python can only read this file. If you go and use the extension txt and you can try to execute the code, it will not work. I'll go and save it. And what you have to do is you can go to your prompt. Let me go in desktop. So and right now I am in desktop directory, and you can see that the test.py file is visible. Now to execute this file, you have to type python free and give the file name test.py, and you can see that I can get the output of 120. Basically, when you add these two values 50 and 70, you will get the output 120. So same way we have received the output. So in script mode, you have a full-fledged program written under the file, and you just want to get the output of. And interactive mode is what you are going to execute the code line by line. So now you got the idea what is interactive mode and what is script mode. Now this time to understand what is IED. So IED is nothing, it's a integrated development environment. Means you can execute your code line by line if you want, or you can create a full-fledged program and then you can use and you can execute the code in Python. When you install the Python software in your machine or in your laptop or desktop, it gives you a default IDE software where you can execute all your codes. But there are many others IDEs software or the third-party softwares are available. So you can use those one also, like PyCharm, Visual Studio, many more. I'm not going to use any third-party software to execute the Python code, kind of like PyCharm or Jupyter or Visual Studio. At this stage, I will only use IDE software which comes along with Python software. It's a very basic. Let's see how we can test our program using the default IDE software. Let's go to the desktop and we'll see. So you go and search IDE and you can see such kind of window. This is a different shell which is designed by Python itself. So you no need to go to the command prompt and then execute the command over there. It's just a simple shell. Here you can execute your code line by line, and if you want to engage your script along with this ID, that you can also do it. So basically I'm going to test both the method here again. One is interactive mode and the second one is script mode. So I'll use the same method or same set of parameter to test this cell. So A is equal to 5 or 6, B is equal to 10, and if I go and make some addition using string A and string B, then I can just simply write C is equal to A plus B. Now we can see what is the value of A. So it's 6. What is the value of B? It's 10. And when I go and see what is the value of C, it should be 16. So it's give you the same feeling which we did in command prompt. Only the difference is that was a integrated, Windows integrated shell, and this is a different software which has its own shell integrated with Python. So I was talking about that we can also test the script method with this IED shell. So what you can do is just go to the file and then use the option open, browse your file where it's written, it should be on desktop. Now you can browse the file, it's test.py, and then open it, and you have the option run, or either you can type F5 and it can give you the output. I believe you have a clear understanding what is interactive method, what is script method, and what is IDE. IDE nothing, it's a shell environment which has a direct integration with Python program. Let me summarize one more time and we can close this video. Interactive mode is nothing, you have to test your code line by line. Second is script mode. In the script method, you have to create a .py file, and in that file you have to write your complete Python program and you can execute the program. You will get the final output on the screen. Third is ID. ID is nothing as shell. You can write your code line by line and test it, or you can write complete program and you can test it. So this is it in this class, and I'll see you in the next class. Till then, take care. Bye bye. See you.